Morning. It's Sunday and this is going to be a short video. I went out yesterday to Middleton Lakes with my brother and I didn't do any video work at all. I just completely forgot really. I didn't do too well. I was expecting to come away with quite a few shots, being it's kind of start of nesting season. I got a few, nothing amazing. I had about 4 sightings of the kingfisher, or 4 flybys, but just couldn't get him in a shot at all. He was just too fast. It just, you know, while I was looking for him, next thing you know, blue flash, he's gone. So yeah, seen him 4 times, but just couldn't get a photo. And that's about it. I only come away with about 10 or so photos really that were any good. I tried to kind of limit myself to what I was taking photos of yesterday, rather than taking the same kind of photos I always take of like the blue tits and the finches and things like that on the stumps. I kind of like, I've got hundreds of them now. Obviously yeah, I can still improve and get some ones better with them flying, but yesterday I just thought, no, I'm going to give that a break and try and do something different, which is what I did. And like I said, that's probably why I didn't come away with as many photos. But what I'll do is I'll post them round about now and show you what I got yesterday. Actually, my brother came away with some real good photos yesterday. My brother's only been into photography what, maybe a month or so, and he's only been out a couple of times, 4 or 5 times, and I've been giving him a few tips and that, kind of explaining, you know, what kind of focus modes to be in and shutter speeds and things like that. And I've also lent him one of my lenses, my 70 to 350mm Sony lens, because I've got my big 200 to 600, so he's been using that and he's been getting some good shots. He did, in fact, I'd say he probably did a little bit better than me yesterday, but yeah, fair play to him. So this morning I just couldn't sleep. It was 5 o'clock and I was wide awake and I just could not sleep, and I thought, oh, I'm going to go out somewhere. Where am I going to go? And I was racking my brains thinking where I was going to go, and I thought, do you know what, I haven't actually flown my drone in ages. So I picked my drone up and I just went over my local park. They're building a new rugby club, so I took a few photos of that and a couple of photos of the HS2 that's ripping through the village. There wasn't much video work on that because the batteries weren't charged. I hadn't used the drone in ages, so I think I had about 40% battery out of 2 batteries, so literally 10 or 15 minutes of little bit of a fly around, but it was some practice because I hadn't flew it in ages. So yeah, that was at 6 o'clock and now it's about 7 o'clock in the morning, and I've come over to Amsoil. I do like it over here. There's a bridge, and I'll show you the bridge in a minute. I think I've shown you before, and you're on top of the water, obviously, being a bridge, and you get the birds flying over the top of you and also underneath the bridge as well. You can get some good shots, and I came last week or the week before, I can't remember, just for a half-hour light little trip out, and I managed to get what I thought was a kestrel flying around directly above me. Turns out it was a peregrine falcon, so yeah, I was pleased with that. I'll show you them photos now. So them photos turned out, you know, pretty good for me. I didn't have, well, I didn't have my A6400 with me, which would have given me a little bit extra reach. I had my full frame, which I took them on the A7 IV. But yeah, happy with those, especially when I thought it was a kestrel. So I'll come back over here again today, and one of the main reasons is obviously I want to try and see if I can see something like that again, because you do get a lot of kestrels and buzzards and that over here. So I've come to see if I can get some of them photos, and also there's also a kingfisher that I've seen a couple of times up and down this stretch of this river, so fingers crossed I might get lucky and get the kingfisher. Now where I actually am at the moment is I've actually come down onto the river's edge, and you can see the side of me, there's 2 banks, and I'm kind of situated between it's like an industrial park, you know, like and you've got units on each side of you, so it's not really very nice to look at, but it's literally 5 minutes away from my house, so it's a quick trip out and I can get a few shots. And the other reason I've come down here for is a lot of what they're called, long-tailed tits in the bit of woodland up the top, and I want to get a good shot of them. I've only took a few shots, but I've never really had a good shot of one, so yeah, that's kind of like the plan. And I might take a walk down towards the nature reserve down the bottom. I think it's like a private nature reserve. I think Lady Walk or Lady Walk, and I'm thinking of joining that because, like I said, it's 5 minutes away from my house and it's, you know, easy. So I might join that. And the other kind of reason I popped down here is to kind of like surprise the birds, because there's a lot of ducks on here and they get for some reason these are the most nervous ducks I've ever met him. Never met them. Ever seen in my life. They just see you and they're gone. So I thought if I come down here, stick myself in the side of the bank, you do get them flying up and down here. So I might give it 10-15 minutes to see, you know, if I'm hidden or do they know I'm here. And that's about it really. That's all really I've got to say at the moment. So I'll give it 10 or 15 minutes down here and just see what I come up with. Actually, it might be working. There's a couple over there, but I don't want just a photo of a duck. I want it flying or doing something, I don't know, juggling or whatever. So yeah, let's give it 10 minutes, 15 minutes down here. Let's see what I can come up with. But it sucks, there's nothing down here. Like I said, the birds get really spooked down here. And they all seem to be by the bridge where I normally take the photos. So I think I'm going to climb back up, have a little walk up the top, see if I can see any of the long-tailed tits. And yeah, just take it from there really. This part actually does my head in, if I'm honest, because as you're walking up, there's that many birds there, and you walk right at the edge of the path down there, nowhere near the river, but they hear you coming and they're gone. It's like you just can't get to them. Whether you, I mean, I've tried even standing here for a good 10-15 minutes, but they just don't seem to come back. They seem to stay away from you. It's quite annoying really, because I'm not even that close. Yeah, so I don't really get many shots down this part of the river. Like, I always seem to do better on the bridge. It looks like I'm pulling another blank down here today. Just dead. There's nothing about. Can't get anywhere near the ducks. They just fly away, even and I wait and they still don't come back. No long-tailed tits. I can't see anything. Can you hear them? I can't see them. Could have another walk just on the bend up here, which is where I saw loads of long-tailed tits the other week. And I'll give it 10-15 minutes there, go back on the bridge, show you what it's like on the bridge, and then head back down towards the reserve, I think. But it's just, perhaps I'm just having a bad weekend for photos with birds. I should have done a landscape weekend. It's just doing no good this week. As I'm pissing about with this camera, I'd filled up one of the memory card slots, so I was trying to swap it over. Never done it before because I don't do much video on that camera. There's a Kestrel or something on top of there. Could have been the Falcon again. I couldn't see that it was like backlit, you know, just like a silhouette. Walked round here to take the photo of it because I was really close. Lifted my camera up, flew off, but he'd been there ages, and there's two other people over there taking photos, and I could see them taking photos or something. And when I clocked what it was, by the time I got there, too late. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this away, put the tripod away, and just concentrate on taking a few more photos. That's it. It's going to be pretty quiet today. There's not a lot here, so yeah, at least I showed you around up here a bit. So until next time, thanks for watching. Oh, and if I get any photos, here they are now.